The months are passing by like morning farts. I just ripped a couple off, and now we are in October, which brings us to September's PsVita homebrew scene. Just how did we even reach October? How the fuck did even September pass? Before that, what's going on, guys? Dr. Brute 7 signing in. Let's start with the updates, because there's a whole lot that happened last month. Better Homebrew browser got an update, along with Idle Miner and that weird bread game that I showcased on my last month's PlayStation Vita monthly. So if you want to check those out, then please check out my last month's PS Vita monthly video. Just use VitaDB app and update them one after another. It's pretty seamless and easy to use. So yeah, do it like that. Now, time for the major ones. It's going to blow your pants off. We have Lego Star Wars ported onto the PlayStation Vita. I have a step-by-step setup and install tutorial on that. Links in the description. The game is still in a little bit of a rough shape. I say it a little bit. Let's forget about what happened a couple of seconds back, because it's still a pre-release. There's going to be some issues, especially with the music or sound effects. They will disappear. Some other issues can vary from crashes to the buttons not responding. Check my dedicated video to get a better idea. Next we have PsVita Vita. It's a collection of arcade minigames that play with just 2 buttons. Every 10 seconds the game will jump from one random minigame to another, so that is pretty awesome. Well, you need the Steam version of this game for this to work. I don't have the Steam version of the game. I won't be able to show it to you guys, but it's kind of like the same process how we have installed Cuphead. Keep in mind, remastered. It follows the same technique, but I do not have the game files, so I won't be able to show it to you guys, sorry. Floor Picks is a fun and fast-paced top-down shooter where you control a ball in a colorful 80s style environment. Now this kind of reminds, no, this does not. Your goal is to get the highest score by dodging enemies and using your turret, and the game gets harder. You're gonna have to use your reflexes and sharp skills to keep up. Download the game through the VitaDB app. It's gonna be a seamless download and install. Tiny Crate Vita is a cute little precision platformer with puzzle elements. You lift and toss crates to traverse over spiky pits and reach higher grounds. Yeah, that's one way of reaching higher grounds though. You can download and install the game through VitaDB app itself. Now we have another release from Ringaramante, which is Pang Adventures. It is the Android version of the game. It kind of reminds me of the Super Nintendo game Super Buster Bros, where you just shoot the enemies that falls down and that kind of shit. So yeah, you're gonna need the game data files, the Android game data files. So you know what, that's my cue, right? So I'm gonna help you guys to install it. To start with the setup process, we need a couple of things, so let's get those things sorted. And listen carefully, because the installation and setup process is a bit different than the other ones. Alright, the very first thing that you require are the game data files. Now the game data files needs to be on version 1.1.0 or lower. This is where it says the port only works with version 1.1.0 or earlier of the game. The recent version 1.2.1 is not supported, so make sure that you have the APK and the OBB files of version 1.1.0. And as for those numbnuts who are gonna ask me, where are the game data files? Ask your mom. Yeah, you got the message. Alright, the next thing that you need is a software, along with that a plugin. So the name of the software is Total Commander. Now I'm gonna be posting the link in the description. All you have to do is just visit this link. You're just gonna click on this and it's gonna take you to Total Commander's download page. Depending on your version, if it's Windows 32 version or 62 version, or if it's combined, you can do whatever. I downloaded and installed the 64-bit version, and after the installation process, you're gonna need this PSARC plugin. It's something that allows to extract, view, create Sony PlayStation 3 PSARC format archives. That goes for the Android files as well. You're just gonna download the 64-bit or 32 version, depending on which version of Total Commander you have installed. With those things out of the way, the very first thing that you're gonna do is extract this APK file. Okay, just right click, do not use WinRAR, it doesn't work. Use 7-zip, extract the files. Okay, perfect. Now once the extraction of the APK is done, you are free to delete the APK or whatever. I'm just gonna keep it. And the next thing that you're gonna do is create a folder and name it as Pang, as P-A-N-G, exactly like this. After you're done, you're gonna head over into the extracted APK folder, head over to lib, this subfolder that says v7a. Out of all these files, we only need lib pang adventures.so file. You're gonna copy the so file, head over into the created Pang folder, and this is where you're gonna paste it, exactly like this. All right, the first couple of steps are done. Now you are free to delete the extracted APK folder. We do not need that. Okay, so the next thing that we need to work on is with the OBB file. Now this here is the OBB file. It should come as 267 megabytes. You can either use 7-zip or WinRAR. I'm just gonna use WinRAR for this one. After extracting the OBB file, you're gonna see a bunch of folders. Now the extracted folder, just name it as OBB, exactly like how I did. Done. Now it's time for us to install Total Commander. Just follow the on-screen instructions when it comes to installation of the Total Commander software. You're gonna see something like this. After you're done, you're gonna need to install the PSARC plugin. This here is a bit like overwhelming, but it's very easy to use. This is how you go back or go forward. Here, just browse through the destinations. You click on the down arrow, you're gonna see like drive overview, my documents directory. You're gonna have to browse through and look for the directory where you have placed your downloaded PSARC RAR folder. There you go, just click on this down arrow and then you're gonna find the downloaded PSARC RAR zip file or RAR file or however you're gonna call it. You do not need to extract it, you just have to double click on it. There you go, it's gonna ask you to add the plugin. You just click on yes. Now I already have it installed, that's why it says like do you want to override it. I'm gonna just click on yes, and it needs administrator permission, so just go ahead and go with the administrator permission and let it do its thing. Override all and click on OK. Done. Just close off the software and restart it. This here is what you're gonna get when you start the software every time. After following these steps, we're gonna have to create the PSARC file. Listen to this carefully and check what I'm doing. Alright, so the next step would be to create the PSARC file. If you try to do it through the left side, for any reason, if it says that cannot find file, cannot open file, just try it through the right portion of this software. Now you're gonna have to look for your OBB folder where you have placed your extracted OBB folder, and this here is my OBB file. So yeah, once you find the OBB folder, just right click on it and it's gonna turn red, as you can see. Now head over to Files, Pack, and here you're gonna have to select the PSARC extension, the packer. If any other extension has been selected, just select the PSARC. Okay, click on configure. The compression should be set to ZLIB. The ratio should be set as 0, and the PSARC version should be set to 1.3. okay, you do not need to do anything else. Click on OK and then click on OK again. Now it's going to start with the compression process. Okay, it's gonna take maybe 2 or 3 minutes. The PSARC file has been created, so you can close off Total Commander, head into Pang Adventure. You're going to see obb.psarc. We are going to copy this obb.psarc and head over into our created Pang folder, and we're just gonna paste it over here, obb.psarc. Now we are done with the compilation and creation process of the data files. Next, what you're gonna do is connect your PlayStation Vitas using VitaShell. Once our PsVita's SD card shows up, we're gonna quickly head over into the data folder, and we're just gonna copy our Pang folder and just quickly paste it over here in the data folder. Now here you go, I already have it copied and pasted. Only one last thing that needs to be done. I'm going to show it to you guys on the PlayStation Vita itself. Disconnect your PlayStation Vitas, exit out of Vita Shell. Like I've said on my previous videos and also on this video as well, you need VitaDB downloader. I'm gonna link it in the description. This is a very handy software, and so this is gonna make your life a whole lot easier. You can install the VPK files with ease. You just need internet connection. Okay, now here, once you're on VitaDB, you're gonna look for Pang Adventures or Pang Adventures, however you wanna call it. Now you're just gonna hit on X and follow the on-screen instructions and just install it. Now here you need QBridge, you need libshack g.suprx files. I have a dedicated tutorial video which will be linked in the description. You just follow that video, okay? And make sure that you follow my PsVita monthly videos, because I also include the installation procedures and why those plugins are important on those videos as well. Install the VPK file by following the on-screen instructions through VitaDB downloader, and then you're gonna see Pang Adventures. After that, it's free flow, you know. Oh, by the way, if you want, you can overclock your PsVitas. I'm using PSV Shell Plus. If you want to check that video out, what is the application and how to install PSV Shell Plus, links in the description as well. Now we have Pang Adventures thanks to Rin Garamante. This so much reminds me of Super Buster Brothers, I think, Buster Bros or something like that. So, oh shit, I just died. Yeah. So yeah, this is a very nice and fun game that you can play. It has a nice story, like, you know, however you call it, like arcade mode, where you just visit different parts of the world and destroy these bubbles and all of that shit. This is, and maybe there will be different enemy types, but, and yeah, there you go. It's a very fun game. So why don't you try it out and enjoy. I showed you guys the step-by-step process of installation and setting up of the game. Now we have another game that has been released on the month of October, on the 6th of this month. So let's just include that. Why not? It's called Slenderina. It's a new scary adventure 2D side-scroller game. If I come across Slenderina, she's not gonna stay slender anymore. Download and install the game through VitaDB apps. Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Ah, fucking game. Fuck you, game. If you liked this video, make sure to drop it a like and subscribe. I also live stream different games. Saturdays are dedicated for PsVitas. At least one PsVita live stream per week I always try to keep, mostly on the weekends. If I don't stream on Saturdays for any reason, I do that on Sunday. I mean, if you want, you can always jump in and join in my streams, have some fun, chat or whatever. I am currently streaming Silent Hill 2 Remake. That's on my home console, the PS5. If you want to get a taste of that game, it's a fucking awesome game. I'm already 3.5 hours in, so I'm gonna be doing that throughout the week as well. Stay tuned for more contents. Like and subscribe for more contents. I'm gonna see you guys on the next one. Dr. Brute 7 signing off. Peace.